What are the synergies between your company and Aquahydrate?
Well, there's obvious synergies in that we both have great brands. In addition, we actually sell to two different consumers. We're more that family oriented. Last time we talked, we said we have that as our peg. You know, I call us the affordable luxury, and they're more of a super premium brand that appeals to the athlete and more the singles and the active lifestyles.
Yeah, and I mean, I know they have some great investors / ambassadors, Jillian Michaels and Sean Combs and Sean Diddy Combs, just to name a few. But when you talk about the synergies between the two, I see what you're saying, different types of consumers. Where would this all be available? Because I saw CVS, I saw Amazon. Where do we get your water, the original alkaline water, as well as now your newer products?
So the entire organization will be in about 70,000 stores nationwide. So truly nationwide. One of the big reasons that there's so much synergy here, and Mark Wahlberg is part of that team as well.
Yes, Mark Wahlberg, that was the other one, yes.
Is that they're already in about 10 to 15,000 convenience stores, and we're in virtually none. So they have a complete DSD network built out. We're going to hop right on that. It's going to save us about 2 years.
Right.
We are really, really strong in the groceries. They're not as strong in the groceries, and so between the two of us, we'll be in about 70,000 stores, and only about 20,000 of those stores will actually overlap it.
There's Marky Mark drinking the water right there. We do love him. So now, what's the timing? I mean, when does this, because this was just announced, so when does this all close? What is the timing of this deal? When do you start to see some, better numbers on your balance sheet from this deal?
Well, it's an all-stock deal. There's no debt. We're not inheriting a dime worth of debt, which is wonderful. In addition to that, we're going to close probably in 75 to 90 days.
Right.
So before year end.
Okay.
And at which point, there's actually synergies that will happen almost immediately because we have way more co-packers, way more places we are in terms of distribution and production. And so we'll see those almost immediately, probably in that first quarter.
Now, were you surprised when you saw your ticker, WTER is your ticker symbol? Stock was up 17% early this morning in the pre-market with this, or earlier in the day. It really had this pop. As I said, now it's halted. But it's real news. Is that a surprise to you?
No, it's real news. We think that we can dominate the space. You got to remember that we're working with some people that are the best in the class of what they do.
Right.
The three celebrities and also Ukaipa. I mean, they've all done amazing things with their life, and that team is coming to the Alkaline 88 team. In addition, they've all agreed to continue to endorse both products, and so some of that synergy is we have a big R&D effort. We've got our flavored infused water, which I'm drinking right now.
Yes.
We've got CBD waters coming.
Which is my next question.
So we got those coming, and we've got a bunch of other things that we've already developed. And so we see them as a big impetus to pushing that out into the marketplace as well.
The CBD water, which we discussed last time you were on with us here at the NASDAQ, I was sort of expecting it a little sooner. I mean, is it available in other countries, maybe Canada or something, or what's the timeline for that?
So the CBD water is ready, prepared, ready to be marketed. The trouble is NASDAQ has not given us permission to take it out because the FDA still has not given a regulation clearance.
I see.
So it's a NASDAQ issue for us more so than anything else.
Right, because you don't really have publicly traded companies that have.
And you know what? Right? We're not allowed to break any federal laws.
Yeah, no, and I get that, but that's a very interesting point because I was expecting it to be on the market.
So I actually have some in my bag over here that I can have you take.
Okay, well that's pretty great. I mean, but that's exciting, and that'll be, once you get the okay for that, that'll be obviously another great revenue stream for you, right?
Well, the big thing on that is, candidly, we're a product the buyers trust. We presented this to buyers across the country. So we have green lights from all the major retailers that are waiting to put this on the shelf are waiting for the same clearance from the FDA that we're waiting for.
Right.
So it's not a function that we're behind the curve. In fact, we're way ahead of the curve because they've already tasted our product.
Well, the problem is that you're publicly traded.
Yeah,
if you were not a publicly traded company, you would have this water out already, right?
Absolutely. But the other side is that, the Walmarts of the world and the Krogers of the world, they're also waiting for that documentation from the FDA.
How are you going to take on the behemoths of Smart Water and so many Core, Poland Spring, all the other ones that, people love to buy?
We have great research on that. If you drink Alkaline 88, you are going to be a repeat customer 30% of the time. We just finished this research. That makes us in the top 2 brands in the entire country.
Okay.
So, Smart Water gets a 30% every day. We get a 30% every day.
This is a $280 billion market. I mean, the water, availability. What about plastic versus paper?
So, we've looked at the Tetra Paks. We are moving towards cans. So we are actually answering that. We sell a lot of our water through the natural food channels. That's why this is all natural, 0 calories.
Right.
Okay, because the natural food channel is such a big distribution center for us. And as part of that, they've said, hey, look, what else can you do that is environmentally friendly?
Right.
And so we are actually going to launch cans end of the year, first quarter next year.
Oh, is that going to cost you more?
It's, you know what? Water's heavy. We save a little bit on the cost of the plastic. So the answer is going to be, we'll be able to price at the same price points.